Hello you guys, welcome back to Stampaholics Anonymous. Today we are finally going to, we're going to look at those Moyra Fusion gels that I showed you in a recent haul. I have already, as you can see, prepped my Cindy hand. Yes, we're actually going to do it on my Cindy hand because I still need my swatching hand for swatching this weekend, so I didn't want to mess around with those too much. Yeah, and I also wanted to show you that with those like puppets, dual forms things, you can actually do your Cindy hand real quick. Not quick, but easily. So what we're gonna need is those fusion gels. I'm not sure if I want to use the clear or the soft pink. I don't think it really matters since I'm not gonna like wear these nails. I'm just gonna show these to you, and my whole intent and purpose for this is to be able to, you know, switch up a nail length and nail shape real quick if I want to do like a tutorial or swatches on like an extreme nail that I don't usually wear. So I do not intend to build like a textbook nail with this. I am not a nail technician. So don't get mad at me if I do anything wrong. I'm just gonna follow the like instructions that I saw on Moyra's YouTube channel, both on the like international one where they don't really give you any instructions, you just watch a little video clip of how it's done, and I also saw like a rather crappy video on the German Moyra channel, but that was helpful because the lady was actually giving like instructions, which was nice. They were not using dual forms with this. They are actually just using it to strengthen the nail or like build it out with like a paper form. I don't have paper forms. I might try that at a later date to do it with like a paper form, because I think that that will be easier for me, because I have already tried like all the sizes of the puppets and I have managed to like somewhat match them to my nails, but not completely. Like my thumbnail, I don't have anything that fits on there. So today we're just gonna do 4 nails. So I'm not a nail technician. I am going off of the info that I could find for this product online, and I am going to use the things that I already own. So first off, we are of course going to use those puppets. I have gone ahead and brought out like all the sizes that there are, and I have already grabbed the ones that fit me. So I'm just gonna lay these like out. The way the sizing works apparently is from like highest number is the smallest, and then the lowest number is the biggest. So this one that says 0 on it is the biggest one, and as you can see, that apparently will not fit my thumbnail. I must have like really big thumbnails. Anywho, I have already gone ahead and like matched 4 sizes to my 4 fingers on this hand. And it goes 7, 5, 3, and 4. My middle fingernail is apparently the widest, so I'm using a 3 for that and a 4 for my pointer finger. And like I've already tried using a form on my pinky finger, and the number 7 is the one that fit the best, even though it's a teeny tiny bit like too big, but not too big. My other alternative was the 8, and that was too small, so I'm just gonna use the 7. So other utensils that you're gonna need, like I said, I am not a trained nail technician. Do not take this as a tutorial, do not take this as a how-to, just take this as a play around for a nail person who does tutorials or fun stuff with their nails and does not intend to like build a, you know, nail to wear this for like an extended period of time, because I'm also going to show you how I remove these. Like I said, I've already played around with it on my finger, and I figured out a method for like removing this that works for me. So other things you're going to need is of course some nail files. I have this like old crappy one, but it's really coarse on this side, so I don't usually use it on my natural nails, but I still have it laying around. And I'm going to use it for, you know, shaping the forms or like the nails afterwards. And then I have my glass file that I usually use on my natural nails. I'm not sure that I'm going to need it, but I have it here nonetheless. And I have this little like buffer block that comes with like 2 actual file parts, and then you have these like sides that make it shiny. We might use this like around the cuticle area to smooth out some stuff. Because one of the pros of these like dual forms is that the top of your nail will come out real smooth and you don't really want to mess with it anymore. But sometimes you have to like smooth out your cuticle area. Then we are going to use this, I think this is a gel brush that I have acquired somewhere. When I managed to like mangle these poor little bristles. Yeah, I did own at one point in my life like an oval brush, but I can't seem to find it, so we're just gonna make it work with this like rectangular brush, if that's the right term. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna use for smoothing out the product or putting the product on. We also need something to get it out of the little container. I'm gonna use like this cuticle pusher thingy that I don't use for pushing my cuticles. I just own it because it's cute. I don't think I've ever used this like for anything other than scooping out product. I have a smaller version of that also. Right here, so we might need that also. And then the most important ingredient to help you play around with this product is alcohol, or as the nail professionals say, cleaner, but essentially cleaner is just alcohol, and I have 99% isopropyl alcohol in here. I just have this on my nail desk at like all times because you need it with like sticky layers of gel polishes. It is really helpful if you're cleaning up chrome powders and flakies around your cuticle. That's what alcohol is really useful for, so I keep this on my nail desk at like all times. So that's what's gonna help us you know, maneuver the product around, and I have it in this little pump bottle, which is really convenient, so you can have like a lot of alcohol like on this like top part of the pump to just dip your brush in and help you smooth out the product. Okay, so let's look at the two products that I have. I have the soft pink and the clear. I've tried out both. Like I said, it really doesn't matter to me personally because I'm going to put like polish on top of these nails anyway, so it doesn't really matter what color they are, but this is what they look like. This is the soft pink, or like a cover pink basically, and then we have the clear, which is clear, and these little containers are 5 grams, and on Moyra's website it says that you can get like, I think 2 full sets of nails out of these. They do offer like those big like tube thingies that you can also get like from like the Polygel from Gelish, comes in those big tubes, but I just bought like a tiny amount because I wanted to play around with this and try out if I like it. And I have also mentioned in my haul video that I have like a full set of Polygel from AliExpress on the way that I'm going to test out as soon as it reaches me. The cool thing about the Moyra Fusion Gel is that you do not need like a special base coat. They claim that it has like enough adherence power to just stick on your natural nail. I am not going to buff my nails. I do not like that. So I'm not gonna do that, which also means that it's probably not gonna like stick as good as it would if I had buffed my nails. But like I said like 1,000 times now, is I do not intend to wear these nails. I just intend to like play around with this and change up my nail length and nail shape. So what you want to do is you take your little dual form. It's actually so much fun to do this. And then I have, like I said, my little pump bottle, which I am going to like fill up with a bit of alcohol right in there. And you do need to put alcohol on any utensil that you are gonna like bring in contact with the product, because otherwise it's just too damn sticky and you cannot work with it. So I'm gonna wet this with alcohol and then grab a little bit of the product. It's really, you know, a bit of an experimentation to find out how much product you actually need. I'm just gonna start with like this much for my pinky finger, and I'm gonna attempt to put it on here. It doesn't always, there we go. So I'm gonna put this to the side now. Then I take my brush. and smooth it out. I'm probably going to scooch you in so you can see better. Here we go. That might be a bit too much of alcohol. The important thing is that you get it like really, really thin towards the cuticle area, because you don't want like a ridge on there. There we go. I probably need a bit more product. So I'm gonna like grab from this again and put it on here. It is a bit messy, I will say that. Here we go. And you just want to make it nice and smooth in the little tool form. And the cool thing is I'm going to do my Cindy hand, but I don't have to actually like work on my nails. That's a really cool concept to me. So it's a bit too much alcohol. Oh, I didn't know that that was possible. Okay. So you can see that I have product in here sufficiently, I think. And then you just want to place this on your nail. You do have a bit of like maneuvering time with this, of course, because it won't cure just, you know, in the air. It cures under a UV light. Oh, I managed to get product on the top side of this. Awesome! I'm so good. There we go. And I'm gonna put this away and get my lamp. Here's my trusty lamp, and it is a 90-second cure actually. Okay, I've cured this for 90 seconds, and I'm now going to remove the little form. You just have to like sort of wiggle it around a bit, and then it lifts. Lifts. I said it lifts. Here we go. Oop, and I managed to have like not enough product like right in here, but that doesn't really matter because I can always fill it in later. But you can see that the surface of this is like extremely smooth. This is like also a very extreme length. I might have overdone it a bit. But what I'm going to do now is going to fill in this little tiny bit. And I also managed to do like quite a good job around the cuticle. I'm proud of myself. So I'm going to fill in this area now. And that's like the cool thing about this product is you can just do that. You can just, you know, fill in stuff and then cure it again. Before you go to cure it, of course, make sure that you don't have anything in your cuticle. I'm going to very professionally clean this up with my other hand. Yeah, and then we're just gonna cure that. Alrighty, so I have successfully filled that little hole, but it also made it like a bit bumpy around here. Of course it did. But first we're gonna try to shape this one. I think I'm gonna go for like a stiletto, because, I mean, I already have the lengths, so why not do this? And that's the cool part of this, is like you can actually like do with this whatever you want to do, like shape-wise. That's what I mean. Okay, so this is not like the prettiest nail ever, but I managed to get like a good stiletto-ish shape on it. But you can see that due to the fact that I had to like add product in here, it's a bit lumpy and bumpy, so I am going to attempt to like smooth it out. And I'm gonna start, I think, with the like roughest file and then move my way down to smoother files. Okay, so I have managed to smooth this out to some extent and shape it up a bit better. It's really foreign to have a long nail like this, like on here. It's so weird. It's so weird. Anyway, I'm just going to show you like one more nail on camera with the clear this time, I thought, but why not? And then I'm going to do like the rest off camera and then show you the final result. And then we're going to get into how I remove these. So, oh, oops. All right, so this is now cured and I am going to attempt to pop it off. There we go. I think you're supposed to like pinch it, but I don't know. I just can't do it. So there we go. You can see that the clear looks messier, especially like right around here where my nail hits the product. But like I said, we're gonna put polish on top of this, or probably gel polish on top of this anyway. So I'm going to attempt to shape this and then meet you back when it's somewhat more of a shape of a nail. Alright, so I managed to shape this nail also. I made it more of a oval, I would say. Not so pointy as this one, and I'm also probably going to try like to do different shapes on the other two nails, which I'm going to do off camera because, you know, I think you've got the idea of the dual forms and the product, so I'm just going to do that off camera and meet you back when I have 4 long, ridiculously long nails. Alrighty, you guys, this feels so weird. I just went to wash my hands and that's just... it's just weird to have like nails this long, which I don't usually have. Yeah, so this is the final result. I tried to make this one like a coffin shape. This is sort of like an almond. Like I said, this is an oval and I tried to go for stiletto on this one. Yeah. For some reason, the product is a bit bubbly in places. It doesn't really matter to me because we're going to put polish on top anyway. There are a few downsides to this. The puppets do not fit like my nails exactly. You can see that here like on the edges. They're not as nice and as smooth as if I had, you know, put the product directly on my nails. Also, another thing you do not want to do is like press down the puppet when you attach it, because that way the product will like leak over the edge of your nail. And I had a break on this one when I went to file it, because it just broke off at this ledge because there wasn't enough strength, because I like sort of pressed the product like outward, and that wasn't good. Yeah. Also, apparently buffing your nails beforehand is advisable. I didn't do that, so these do not like stick to me as good as they probably would if I had put on a either like put on like a gel base coat or you know, buffed my nails beforehand. But they are sticking now. I had to like put a thin layer of the gel or the polygel down on my index finger actually to make this one work, because it wouldn't adhere to my natural nail on this nail for some reason. Yeah, what we're gonna do now is hide those like bubbles and like imperfections that are on the like underside of my nails. I probably would never wear my nails as long as this, you know, as for like a video or a tutorial or just like a cool edgy look. Yeah, because it's just plain weird. I can't, it's so weird. So I'm gonna like hunt for a gel polish and then polish these up and show you like a final product, and then we're gonna get into removing this. Alrighty, that was quite the journey. It took quite a few coats of gel polish to get this to somewhat be opaque, and it's so foreign. It's so foreign to have these like really, really long nails, so I'm kind of looking forward to like shortening them. And I guess the next time that I do this, I will probably do this on my good hand, because this is my right hand and I touch like everything with it, and it's just so weird and foreign at the moment. Also, I did like a really bad job of painting my nails, because this is my Cindy hand, and maybe I should have done it on the other side. Anywho, I like playing around with this product, and like I promised, I am going to show you how I managed to remove these. It might not be like the most professional way, but it's the way that I do it. First up, we gotta get rid of the length. If I can pick up anything, I'm just going to use these nippers that I have that are really like strong and strong enough to get through this. And I am making sure not to like hit my actual nail. This is weird because I'm trying to show you. Here we go. There. So I've taken off like the length of this one. Here we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to file this down a bit. So when I go to soak this off, the acetone has like a chance to soak through all of the layers that are now on here. Like I said, there's a bunch of, there's I think 3 or 4 coats of gel polish on this, and then there's the like polygel itself. So I'm just gonna go ahead and file these, which is like the pinky nail on my Cindy hand is like the weirdest nail to file for me for some reason. It just feels weird every time I do it. Okay, so I have filed them down significantly. As you can see here, there's still some like buildup on there. And what I just used to remove these is ye good old lint-free wipes. And usually when I soak off my nails, I use these little, oopsies, I use these little silicone mittens, but I feel like they don't close like tightly enough around my nails, so I'm just gonna use tin foil. I'm just gonna use a generous amount of this, and then you wanna like soak this thing, like really soak it really good in acetone. Anywho, so now that I have this, I'm just gonna put it on my nail and then wrap the foil around it as tightly as I can. I mean, you probably know how soaking off nails works. And I'm just gonna leave that on here for an extended period of time. Probably like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll check back in with you and let you know how long it's been. Okay, so it has been 15 minutes and I feel like this might work. What will happen is the acetone will like soak in under from, you know, where your cuticle is. And then you can sort of just lift it up or peel it up like it were a peel-off base coat. But I think for the other nails I didn't let it soak long enough. For my middle finger it's working. I will check back in with you when I have reached, you know, the right time for the other nails as well. Okay, I know this looks messy, but believe me, it's, well, it is messy. So what I did for this one, I filed it down a bit more, and I'm able to lift it because, like I said earlier, the adherence from the product to my natural nail is not as strong as, you know, if I had buffed them beforehand or used a like gel base coat. So I am able to peel this off, and there's like some remnants around my cuticle. That I probably, whoops, there it goes. Now it's gone. And I also managed to hurt my cuticle. When I was like prepping my nails earlier, I used those like nail, those cuticle nippers. And I managed to like nip this edge of it. It doesn't hurt as bad, but it looks kind of funky. So all I have to do is soak off the rest of this one and then this one. Alright, so I actually did not have to soak off anymore. All I did was like file down more of the product like towards the cuticle, and then I soaked it with a brush loaded with acetone, and that made it so that the acetone like leaked underneath the product, and I can now like peel this off. I will have to go wash my hands, clean my hands, and then we shall look at the final verdict. So ironically, I have ended up having to buff my nails because there's like a few like remnants of the product on here. Alright, so I have finished. I have oiled up my poor little nails. So I have oiled up my poor little nails so they get back a little bit of moisture because, you know, they've been soaked in acetone for quite some time. Final verdict. Would I do this on my Cindy hand again? Probably not. Would I recommend trying this out? I am on the fence. Like I pointed out like a million times now, I am not a nail professional. I did not leave this on here for an extended period of time, so I was able to like file it down and then soak it off with like a minimum amount of damage to my natural nail. The next time that I'm gonna work with these, I'm probably gonna try like a paper form, which I have never used before either. But these little puppets, doodaddies, they do not fit my nails. I mean, that's like one of the main concerns people have with these, is that they do not like fit every nail on planet Earth perfectly. And I didn't manage to find like one that fit my nails like exactly. I always had like a little ledge like on the sides, because I didn't want to go like one size up, because I'm like sort of like right in between sizes, so that's like imperfect. The positive side of these thingies is that you get like a really smooth like top side of the nail, because this is like really smooth in here. Another downside is that if you press down too hard, you're gonna create like a little ledge where your natural nail hits or like ends, and that's like a possible breaking point. That happened to me like twice because I pushed down too hard and I saw the product like leak under my nail, and when I went to file it, it just broke off there because there was like not enough that was holding it onto my nail. So I am going to give these another try, like I said, but on my good hand because it's easier and not as foreign, and probably with like a paper form, and possibly also with like a gel base coat underneath, so they have something to adhere to. I have a couple of like gel base coats that are soak off that might work with this. So I managed to get these on. I managed to get like sort of a decent look. you know, it probably would have been easier if I had done it on my good hand and not on my Cindy hand, because, you know, filing your Cindy hand is weird. And then I didn't do a very good job of applying the polish, because sometimes I just can't. Yeah, that's like my very non-professional take on these. I still like the concept of these. Not necessarily, I mean, I still like the concept of these like poppets, but they don't work for me as well as I was hoping they would, because they don't fit my nails exactly. The shape is really good for me, but then they're not like, I'm sort of like in between sizes, so they're either too wide or not wide enough for my nail size. So, would I recommend anybody playing around with these that is not like an experienced nail technician? Probably not. I mean, I did this to myself, and I knew the risk was, you know, having the product on there forever. I mean, the worst that could happen is you can let it, you know, grow out, but you could seriously do damage to your nails, so I don't advise this unless, you know, you're aware of the risks. I am not going to recommend trying this out on your natural nails if you, you know, you know what I mean? I don't want to recommend this to you. I wanted to test it out because I was curious, and I was totally aware that, you know, there's a possible risk of like hurting your nails. That's also part of why I did it on my Cindy hand, because, you know, she doesn't get as much camera time as my good hand does. Once more, I do like the concept of this fusion gel, because it's easy to build something funky, like long and with a weird shape that you can't achieve with your natural nails. I would probably never wear this just as like an enhancement to my natural nails, because my natural nails are pretty strong. They don't break easily. I've never had an issue with that. They get dry, of course, because I use so much like acetone, because I, you know, swatch so much, and I just wear polish on a regular basis and remove polish on a regular basis, and especially in wintertime when all of my skin is like really, really dry, my nails get dry too. But you can, you know, rehydrate with using a good cuticle oil, and that helps with that. But like I said, they're pretty strong in themselves and they don't break easily. So I don't feel the need of wearing like an Acrylgel, Polygel, whatever, on top of my natural nails just to strengthen them. The only time that I would use this is, or would be with, you know, playing around with a different nail length or nail shape for a video probably. So that's my final verdict. Let me know what you think of the concept of this like fusion gel, which is like a, you know, in-between thing between acrylic and regular gel. Let me know your thoughts on these dual forms puppets thingamabobs. Let me know if you've tried anything similar. Once more, I'm not a trained nail professional. I do not recommend trying this at home if you are not aware of the possible consequences. Yeah. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Other than that, that's it for today, you guys. I love you very much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye! Oh, one more thing before I go. Yes, once I get that like AliExpress set of Polygel, I will also show this on camera, because it works a little bit differently. It comes with a base coat, and it comes with a, you know, slip solution, which is probably just going to be alcohol, but it's a little bit different, and I'm going to show that also. I'm hoping that the, you know, sizes on those dual forms are a bit better for me, and if they're not, I'm just going to use the paper forms that I also have on the way to me. Quick side note, bye now!